I'm falling in love this summer. And I'm doing it with all the tropes you think aren't real.
Oh, honey. No. That's like saying, I'm going to win the lottery by buying every single ticket. You're going to end up broke, heartbroken, and possibly covered in glitter from some disastrous, me-cute attempt.
It's a quote from the book.
Well, it's still a terrible idea. Like my third marriage.
Welcome back to Heart Book Radio.
And today, we are diving headfirst into the dumpster fire that is Summer Ever After by Kortney Keisel. A book that proves, once and for all, that love is not a checklist. It's a, what's that thing you always say? Sociocultural construct.
It's more nuanced than that. The book, while ostensibly a lighthearted romance, actually deconstructs the very tropes it employs. It's a meta-commentary on.
Meta what now? All I'm saying is this. Jane character is trying to force romance. Like, she's actively seeking out situations where there's only one bed, or she needs to be rescued. A dating manual, written by a squirrel, on caffeine.
I believe the author's intention was to satirize the unrealistic expectations perpetuated by.
Oh, I'm sure the author intended a lot of things. Like, I intended to only have one glass of wine tonight. Look how that turned out.
Let's talk about Jane. Reviewers have called her an idiot, a sweet idiot. Do you think that's a fair assessment?
Fair. Honey, it's generous. She's dating every eligible man on this tiny island, trying to engineer love like she's building a Frankenstein monster of romance. She's got a spreadsheet. A spreadsheet. My ex had a spreadsheet for his fantasy football team. And look how that ended.
But isn't there something relatable about her desire for connection? Her yearning for that. Happily ever after.
Yearning? She's not yearning. She's performing. One reviewer said, she's literally playing a performance for each. It's like she's auditioning for the role of girlfriend. And she's bombing every single audition. Except, apparently, with Walker.
Ah, yes, Walker. Walker freaking Bennett, as one reviewer put it. The gold mine of a book boyfriend.
Gold mine. More like a pyrite mine. Fool's gold. He starts out as a player. Emotionally stunted. Commitment phobic. Basically, a walking red flag with a golf club. My neighbor, Gary, is a walking red flag. And he doesn't even a golf club. He just yells at squirrels.
But he undergoes significant growth. Wouldn't you say? He's the best friend's older brother. A classic trope.
Oh, the forbidden fruit. Like that time I accidentally ate my roommate's leftover lasagna. It was delicious. But the consequences were messy. Just like this book. And don't forget Capri, Jane's best friend. Apparently, she drove one reviewer nutty.
I think Capri's protectiveness of Jane is understandable, given Jane's unique approach to dating.
Unique. It's like watching a baby giraffe try to ice skate. Adorable. But ultimately disastrous.
So, the million-dollar question is, Summer Ever After actually any good?
Define. Good. Is it entertaining? Absolutely. Will it make you question the sanity of humanity? Probably. Will it make you crave a golf-themed romantic comedy? Apparently. That's a thing. Now, one reviewer said, and I quote, "If I had a nickel for every time I read a golf-themed rom-com and enjoyed it this month, I'd have 2 nickels. Which is not a lot. But it's weird that it happened twice. Right?"
I find the book's self-aware humor to be quite refreshing. It's not taking itself too seriously.
Oh, it's definitely not serious. It's like a clown, car full of emotions. You don't know what's going to come next. But you know it's going to be chaotic and possibly involve a small, yappy dog.
Some reviewers found the makeout scenes to be a little bit much.
Goodness, did the kisses make my toes curl? That's a direct quote. A direct quote. I haven't had my toes curl like that since I tried that new foot peel.
I received a listener email, allegedly, that said, and I quote, "Jane is a menace to society, and Walker should be locked up for crimes against fashion."
See, even our fake listeners are more insightful than half the reviewers.
Another email claims, "This book is a masterpiece of modern literature, and anyone who disagrees should be forced to wear Crocs for the rest of their lives."
Okay, that's harsh. Even for me. Crocs are comfortable.
So, your final verdict?
I give this book 7 out of 13 awkward first dates. It's a mess, but it's a glorious mess. Like a toddler's finger painting. You're not quite sure what it is. You can't look away.
I'm going to give it a 3. 5 out of 5 manufactured meet cutes. It's clever, but ultimately, I prefer my romance a little less contrived.
Contrived. You once tried to recreate the Lady and the Tramp spaghetti scene with your cat.
That was research.
Join us next week when we'll be discussing the existential dread of dishwashing, a postmodern deconstruction of sponge technology. It's a real page-turner.
I believe that's a fictional book.
Is it? Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I saw it on Gary's bookshelf, right next to his squirrel fighting manual. This is Heart Book Radio, signing off.